Welcome back, everyone. NBA season started. Travis, are you pumped for the Pacers?
Let's go, sirs.
It's the NBA season basketball, Travis. Indiana, you're still in Indiana, so is it feeling like everyone's getting a little happier, maybe a little more excitement in the air?
You know what? I think people are ready for baseball. I don't know. I'm sorry, baseball. Of course they're ready for baseball. It's playoffs. I think people are ready for basketball to start up. I don't necessarily know for NBA basketball just because of all the transition that the Pacers are going through. But, I know some fans. I know some people who are still excited to see what the Pacers put on the court. I think just in general, people are ready for the NBA season and are ready to get into it and, see all these different teams come in and face Pacers in Indiana.
Yeah, there's some great opening week games, actually. I'm pretty pumped. The NBA did a really good job with their scheduling on who's playing who to get the hype kind of started up, too. Yeah, I think in terms of just the Pacers, a lot of people are excited to see what direction they're going to go in because it's a little unknown after, Paul George left, Teague left. And so now it's kind of like, well, we have some young guys. We still have the vet Lance in there who, you know what you're getting out of Lance. Maybe a little more now since he's got the reins.
Hopefully.
Hopefully we get a lot more Lance. So, Miles Turner, we got some other young guns in there. And obviously Collison,
right?
Welcome
He's
back.
Forgotten.
Yeah, welcome back. He helped actually build, he helped build the Pacers into a decent squad. Then he was let go before they started to make some of their other runs there with D West and everybody. So that'll be nice to have him back. We're gonna have a gritty team this year, a team that's gonna work hard, maybe not shoot well, but they're gonna be gritty. And so what else can you ask for?
Right, exactly. That's probably the best way to put it just because, and I'm glad you brought up the shooting as well because I don't know anyone who's going to be a very consistent shooter for us. There may be some unknown people on the roster that may step up a little bit. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think it'll be probably more a team that's going to get down low, score some paint points and,
points.
Yeah, scrappy points. Hopefully good defense. Hopefully this is a group that McMillan can kind of, he's supposed to be known for being a good defensive coach. So hopefully this is where he can start to kind of insert his different teachings and at least be a little bit more stingier than how we started off last season. At least last season we started off so terribly. Throughout the season we weren't even that much better, but still I want to see more defense if we're not going to be great shooters as well.
If the Pacers make the playoffs this year, it'd be an overachievement, but I almost don't want to if you're thinking in terms of in the future needing draft picks and such like that. So it's kind of a meddling situation. We'll see. There could be some breakout players this year on the team, so that'd be really good. So opening night, obviously, you got to talk. You got Boston, Cleveland. Let the hate spew out. It'll be interesting to see what kind of reception, cause that's in Cleveland, right? So it'll be interesting to see the reception that Kyrie gets, when he walks onto the court. What do you think? Do you think he's gonna go to cheers or boos?
I definitely think that there'll probably be a pretty good mix, but I would expect that there's gonna be more cheers than boos. He was there, he helped establish the type of team they were. They obviously won a championship because he was healthy the year they won a championship. And, it's going to be great when he goes in there and he beats them on opening night. It's going to be great. I can't wait to see.
You calling that now?
It's going to happen.
An alpha Cleveland opening night?
You know what? I think Kyrie, I don't necessarily know how Hayward's going to do, but I think Kyrie's going to go in there, at least drop 30 plus. I think he's going to have himself a night. I think LeBron will be fine, but you know what? I think D Wade or whoever they're going to have. Actually, I could see LeBron trying to D up Kyrie, but Kyrie's so quick. I can't wait for him to dunk on LeBron. That's gonna be interesting as
I
well.
want a Howard dunk on him. I want a Howard dunk on him.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I would be fine with that. You know what? And I'm okay with D-Wade. He used to be one of my favorite players, and then, he teamed up with LeBron, the queen of Cleveland, down there, and I'd be fine with D-Wade getting crossed over as well because he has weak knees. He's hurt all the time.
He's going to be a lot of ankle grabbing for him.
And that's why I want to see how long him in the starting lineup actually stays true, because I know JR's salty about his spot getting taken. And you know what? Rightfully so, though. Rightfully so. He's younger. He didn't have, at the very end of last season, his shooting was off, but I would rather have JR in there as a starter. But, I understand. I'm sure LeBron talked to Tyronn Lue. He has, the front office's ear, or more so than that, I'm sure. So whatever he says goes. He's like, hey, my buddy's coming in here, so he's going to be a starter. And, of course, Tyronn's going to be like, all right, yeah, I got you.
They do anything that LeBron says.
Exactly.
And they're doing it just to try and keep him. And you know what? It's kind of sickening because, you know what? When he leaves, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about Cleveland. When he left Cleveland, he did not care one bit what they had left. He did not care. And you know what? If he leaves again, he's not going to care again. He's going to a new situation. So that's the line you kind of going to draw when listening to some of these players. I'm excited to see Gordon Hayward. I think he's going to score 20 plus points in his first night easy. He's going to be really efficient in that offense.
Do you have the Celtics?
And opening night?
Opening night.
Oh, gosh. You know what?
How do you feel? How do you feel Kyrie's going to do? What do you think Kyrie's going to do?
I'm going to pick the Celtics just because I hate LeBron.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go the Celtics just for that. I don't think I've ever been able to pick the Cavs just to pick the Cavs. Nope. Even if I knew they were going to sweep the Pacers, I'd always say or Pacers in 7.
Right.
I don't care. I cannot bring myself to pick LeBron
Don't give him the
James
benefit.
to win a game. Never. Don't give him an inch. Don't give him an inch because next they're going to ask for a mile. And you're not going to give it to him. Not going to give it to him. Not to
LeBron.
Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
Ever.
I'm going to go the Celtics. I don't think Kyrie's going to have an amazing game.
Okay.
He'll probably still get his 20 to 25, but he won't have an amazing game. But in the sense of scoring, so I'll give him 22 points, 11 assists.
Ooh, the assists, all right.
7 boards. There we go.
Okay.
So not a bad stat line. Nowhere near what I think you're saying, 30 plus and everything. But I just think that I think what they're going to show is how balanced they can be.
Right. No, yeah, well, and that's what they're built for, right? That's what Brad Stevens is known for with his teams dating back to college, and obviously the type of players he's had with the Celtics, minus last year where Isaiah went off and, was I'm not going to say superstar because I don't think he's a superstar, the all-star that he was. Right. I'll give him that. You know what? I want to say one more thing. Jaylen Brown, I think he's going to have a huge year. I think he's going to have a huge year. I'm not saying it's going to be eye-poppers, but
I watched him in the playoffs last year against Cleveland, and he looked good, but he looked like he still had a lot of game to polish off before he took that next step. Maybe that's what he's taking. So you're thinking that he takes that next step this year.
I think, if he averages 15 points, like around 6 rebounds, 6 assists, like a stat sheet stuffer guy, 15 points, I think he's gonna do that. I mean, last year I don't have his averages, but I know it was probably like around 10 points, if that, for his average. But I definitely think he's gonna take that next step. Celtics need it with the people that they had to drop off in order to get Hayward and Irving. So yeah, I think he's going to take that next step.
That could happen. I guess in that type of philosophy and offense, and they have coaches that are going to try and develop their players. I guess that could happen. I have a bigger upside for Tatum. I think in this first game he's going to have 10 to 15 points as well. Pretty solid debut for him. But going on to the next game, so after we get to see the opening game and LeBron lose and all the complaints and everybody, confirm what we think that Cleveland's dying. They're not going to be good this year.
Excuses.
And they're done for this year. We're going to go to the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. Over or under 5,000 points scored in this game?
5,000. May have to go bump it up to 7,000 seems more. It's gonna be a great game.
It's gonna be so much fun to watch.
Right.
Especially, it's gonna be really fun because now you have Chris Paul added to that dynamic over at Houston too. And I think he can make Curry body up and try and play defense that way. So I think that's gonna be an interesting matchup there.
Yeah, and I think the interesting thing is I know that CP3 sometimes will post up a little bit down low.
Yeah.
Which he isn't like a huge guy by any means, but I think him and Curry are probably about the same size, or at least height wise. So I can see
Chris Paul.
Yeah, he's definitely more bulky. I can see him doing that a little bit, not like a large amount of time, obviously, but I can see him, drawing some fouls, and then the Rockets very respectably lose by 15 plus points. It's gonna happen. No offense to the Rockets. I think they're still gonna score their points, but, I guess CP3 is really the only person they added in the off season.
Yeah,
of note.
They're not better.
Right.
I expect about the same win total for them this year. Same win total. They might be able to skirt a little farther in the playoffs depending on who they get matched up with. But if they play Golden State, they'll lose again. They'll probably lose.
Yeah.
I would probably take them to lose 4-1.
Oh wow, you're giving them a game.
I would give them one game in the playoffs because I think while Harden disappears in the playoffs as the stage gets bigger, CP3 he kind of stays even keeled. So that'd probably help them get one game.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the one thing the Rockets, if the Rockets could have kept Lou Williams, I really think,
yeah.
He wasn't a great scorer, but he's, as we talked about earlier, he's very gritty. He'll get in your face. He's not afraid to talk trash to you. Whether or not he actually gets in your head, the other person he's defending always knows he's there. And I love it because it gets them riled up, whether they want to or not. And, you need that type of player on your team. And I mean, CP3 is a better player than Lou Williams. Don't get me wrong. But as far as the grittiness that you get with Lou Williams, if they could have kept him as well.
Yes.
I'm not saying they would have beat the Warriors in the playoffs by any means, but I think they would be a much better team than what they are now.
They need scrappers. I mean, you look at it when Cleveland did beat Golden State, they had Dellavedova just wrecking havoc.
Right.
Just pissing Curry off, pissing Thompson off, pissing anybody off because he was just sticking his nose in and getting people pissed off.
They're like, who is this guy?
Yeah, that's it. Just a little gnat there. You're like, oh, he's still here, but he's starting to get annoying. That's kind of what Dellavedova was. And the Rockets don't have that. And so that's why it's just going to be the same thing. You try and get in a scoring contest with the team's best scoring offense, you're going to lose. And so that's where it is. It'll be a very entertaining first game, though. And then obviously here just closing out, we have the Pacers and the Nets. Pacers by 40.
I'd go a little bit under that. Just a little bit. 40 would be wishful. If I saw 40 hung up there, then I'd be like, oh wow, either the Nets are still that terrible or something's going on with the Pacers to where something may happen this season.
Yeah, you would probably see some guy that went off for 40 or 45 points who you'd never expect to do it, and he'd probably get our hopes up and then just be mediocre to terrible the rest of the year.
Quick take. Lance Stevenson with a triple-double tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry, on Wednesday. Yes or no?
Yes, I'll take that. I think he will.
Yes.
He's going to be hyped up. He's going to be hyped up for the first game. He's ready. He loves being in Indiana. If you talk to Lance, I guarantee he just absolutely, truly loves being an Indiana Pacer. He's going to get a triple-double. Now, the only problem, though, so points and rebounds I don't think will be a problem. Assists might be a little more of an issue because I don't know how many
shooting.
people we have that he can just dump off for shooting. So
yeah, that'll be tough.
But yeah, I could easily see him having hopefully he has like a 20, 10, and 11 game or something like that. But yeah, I'll go with the triple double on that. I I have that feeling for Lance this year. I think he's coming ready to play. So
I'm right there with you.
Awesome. Well, with that being said, guys, thanks a lot for joining us on another episode of the Sports Trigger. Hope you enjoyed the NBA opening week, and until next time.